Hello Blazers, it is your boy Roman, your favorite neighborhood Russian. How you guys doing today? Welcome to a brand new video, and as you guys might notice right now, I'm sitting here at my balcony actually. I have like trousers and t-shirts and towels hanging over me and drying, and I just thought this would be an authentic setting for a video, and also we got some cool stuff in the background. Now guys, I just want to apologize before this video starts for looking like a greasy bastard half the video, because I am literally melting. It's basically plus 35 degrees Celsius every single day, and I didn't even have AC in my apartment or anything. Anyways guys, so today I just wanted to make a little sit-down video and talk to you guys about what's going on right now, and I just wanted to talk about personal responsibility amidst the coronavirus pandemic and how Russians just don't care in the slightest. I will slightly mention Bald and Bankrupt as well, because I've actually been getting a lot of messages recently and people commenting on my videos saying, "Oh my god, did you see Bald upload a new video? He had the coronavirus." And I'm like, well yeah, I've known about it for like 2 weeks now, you know, me and Bald, we talk. Just because I didn't post anything about it while he had it doesn't mean that I don't know that he had it. But yeah, the first thing I really wanted to address today is that it seems like there's a lot of coronavirus deniers in my comment section recently. And apparently I have some corona-denying subscribers.
Кстати, как скажете, коронавирус существует?
Нет.
Нет?
Now, some people might get mad, but I don't think the fact that I believe that the coronavirus is real is a political opinion. Like, at this point, if you don't think that the coronavirus is real, you're an absolute idiot. Like, there's nothing else I have to say about this. This is not a fucking profound opinion. And if one more time somebody says that the coronavirus isn't real, I have this chainsaw over here, I'm gonna cut your head off. I'm literally going to cut it off. And also I'm gonna do it to Ben Shapiro, okay? Next time he's gonna say that the global warming isn't real, I'm gonna cut his head off because it's plus 36 degrees. Don't make me do it. Don't make me do it. Now you guys might say, that is just ridiculous. There's nobody who's denying the coronavirus in your comment section. Well, I beg to differ. So I'm an old head, 50 years old, and the coronavirus is fake. Keep up the great work, you're refreshing, and help me to understand what it's really like the feeling in Russia. Actually, I have been to Latvia back in 2002 and started to understand then what the feelings of that part of the world was. When I was growing up, they thought you guys were the communist enemy, the governments are liars and always had been, the people in Russia and the Baltics are normal, life-loving, everyday people like myself and everyone I know. Again, keep up the great work, and I will continue watching until my end days. Peace out. So here's the thing, I understand this person has good intentions, and this is actually a wholesome comment, okay, they complimented me, but this guy believes that the coronavirus is fake, and I noticed a whole bunch of these people in the comments of my videos that are like, yeah dude, Russia's based, you know, Russian people, they don't fall for, you know, the Western lies and garbage, they don't believe in the coronavirus hoax, Russia is based, best country ever, I want to move to Russia, thank you for providing the truth. I'm like, what are you talking about? What are you talking about, Jesse? Jesse, what the fuck are you talking about? But on the other hand, those guys are kind of right in the sense that a lot of Russians just simply don't care, and it honestly feels like right now our government doesn't care. You guys have probably heard that the European Union has basically banned citizens of America, Russia and Brazil and some other countries, but these are the biggest three, from entering the European Union after it's gonna open up again after the lockdown. Because Russia, Brazil and the United States are like the poorest at dealing with the coronavirus, which is so ridiculous. You know, it feels great being in last place with America in something, like, you know, Russia usually shares these very bad ratings with like countries like Zimbabwe and stuff, but this time we're the worst with America, which is kind of funny. And you see, the reason for that is, in America, of course, it's really ridiculous because they're getting like 60,000 cases per day, which is just insane. If I was in America right now, I literally would not go outside. In Russia, however, we're getting about 7,000 cases daily at this point, so it's not as bad, and actually the cases were going down until recently, but now they're slowly starting to go up again. And the problem is that Russia has cancelled lockdown altogether, pretty much. And I just don't understand why. So as you guys know, there was this referendum, constitutional referendum to make Putin rule Russia forever on July 1st, right? And in Moscow, they actually cancelled lockdown completely like 2 weeks before that. So around the middle of June, Moscow just became completely lockdown free. And before that, they were under a severe lockdown, and Moscow had the most corona cases. And then suddenly the government was like, let's cancel everything. You don't need to wear a mask in public. All public places like bars and restaurants and everything is open now. In Moscow, it's basically like like there's no coronavirus. Nobody cares. And in the regions, it's pretty similar as well. It's not the same, but what's going on in my city right now, with, for example, Chelyabinsk. You remember in that video I made, for example, that food markets where there were a lot of people at, they were working in like self-isolation takeout mode, right? Well, now that food market just straight up works like normally. You can just go in and buy your food. And the same thing is happening with bars and cafes. Not all cafes in my city are open up yet. However, most of them are opening up like outside. So you can go to pretty much any restaurant, any cafe right now out and sit outside. And it's not like the tables are each, you know, socially distanced from each other or anything. Not at all. They're very tightly crammed together, okay? And one thing that pisses me off the most is that, like, I have people I know on Instagram, people I know from my city, and I see those people go into bars, and there's like one of these bars that I used to frequent before the coronavirus, they have like a rooftop, and I just look at the Instagram story and it's literally like 70 people crammed in a space of like 20 square meters, and everybody's drinking, having a fun time, nobody's wearing a single mask, and I'm like, what is this? I'm so jealous because I want to go and experience social life like a normal person, but I also realize that all those people are fucking idiots. Now, the thing is, I don't want you guys to get the wrong impression. In my video, which I made about the coronavirus, where we went out and talked to people and stuff like that, I understand I kind of maybe gave off a vibe like I don't really care about it, and that I don't really self-isolate, and I don't social distance, don't really wear a mask or whatever. That's not true. It's just actually really difficult to make an entertaining video where you're just not talking to anybody, and it's also really difficult to make an engaging video with the viewers where you have to wear a mask. I don't know if that makes sense, guys, but for that video, I was being bad for a day, okay? So people might have got the impression that I'm like, I really don't care, and I go around not wearing a mask, and I go to like public events and social events. But no, I actually care a lot, and my social life is in ruins right now because I'm really trying to like not be like those people that are going out just recklessly, I think. Anytime I enter a grocery shop, I put on the mask. I try to not touch my face, touch my eyes, you know, all these coronavirus precautions that you can take, I do that. So you guys shouldn't get the impression that I do not care at all. And you guys don't even understand like the temptations I have. I really want to go to that bar and talk to people. I want to hang out with my friends, you know, have a few, whatever, go outside, do everything I would have done otherwise if this was just a normal summer. But I'm not doing that because I understand my personal responsibility. I understand that if I do that, if I just go out recklessly, even if I don't get affected by corona, which is actually highly likely, by the way, because I had pneumonia last year and also I have asthma, so I'm actually in the group of risk, and if I actually got COVID, it would be really, really bad, I think. But even if I got it and it was asymptomatic, I still could pass it on to my relatives, my close ones, my friends, whatever. So I understand that, and I try my best. You know, I'm still a human being. I'm going stir crazy. It's very hard for me to stay in one place, but I'm trying my hardest. And I totally understand the way a lot of you guys feel right now. If you guys are actually, you know, doing your parts and self-isolating, staying home and stuff, it feels so pointless, right? When you're trying your best and staying home and you see like thousands of people going outside, going to pubs and bars, subjecting themselves to extensive contact with others and, you know, risking spreading the virus. But I guess we gotta understand that we're not the only ones. And now, actually, I'm only more cautious of it now because I saw that Bald and Bankrupt got the coronavirus because, you know, he's one of these people that I thought, like, was, like, the luckiest person in the world, honestly. Like, he's been in, like, the hoods of Bolivia. He's been under sniper fire in 1993 in Russia during, like, the attack on the Russian White House, stuff like that. So I was like, yeah, you know what, Bald's gonna be fine, but guess what? He got it. And thing is, he's actually the first person I know who got it. Thankfully, none of my family members, none of my friends got the coronavirus, and I think all of us are very lucky. But again, my friends, most of my friends are also doing everything to, you know, stay careful. My family members, not as much. They still go to work and stuff like that, but, you know, that's just what you gotta do. They can't really do anything otherwise. But, you know, seeing that Bald got the coronavirus actually made me even more cautious, and seeing how badly it messed him up to the point where, like, he can't even like walk a lot or like perform like basic things without feeling extremely tired. I'm like, wow, this is not only something that you maybe have for 2 weeks and get over, you actually have very long lasting effects after, which is actually scary as well. Funny thing is that Bald's coronavirus case actually made me reconsider some of my plans. For example, like about a week ago, actually, I was just going very, very much stir crazy here in Chelyabinsk, and I was like, man, I really want to do something. I'm so tired. I want to go somewhere. I'm so tired of this city. I'm so tired of these four walls, you know? And the thing is that in Russia right now, the domestic flights are actually working perfectly fine. You can fly anywhere within Russia, basically. It's not safe, once again, but you can do it. And like I said, in Moscow, the lockdown is basically cancelled, so you can do anything. And I was like, how about I'll just say fuck it, and I'm just gonna go to Moscow for like 2 weeks and just hang out there and do whatever. And I was actually like really considering it. I was like looking at tickets and stuff online. And at that point, I already knew that Bald got the coronavirus, but I didn't really know the extent of like like the way it fucks you up, I guess. So I thought like, yeah, he'd be fine. But you know, just seeing how it actually affected him, and I always knew that the coronavirus was real, but seeing it happen to somebody you know makes it even more real, if that makes sense. So I was like, yeah, that idea is stupid as hell. I'm not going to Moscow. I mean, if I'm gonna go there, you know, nothing's in lockdown. There's like tons of people walking around. I'm probably gonna get the coronavirus. That's the only thing I'm gonna get in Moscow. It's probably like one of the most unsafe places to be right now in Russia in terms of the coronavirus. So it's like, yeah, that's not gonna fly. I'm not gonna go there. So yeah, guys, again, I'm going insanely stir crazy right now. At least I have something to do. I have videos to make for you guys. I'm graduated in like the next week, basically. Next week, I'm gonna be handing in and presenting my diploma thesis, my graduation thesis in my university. So wish me luck. And yeah, life's pretty busy, but also, man, everything, all the plans are just canceled. People I want to see can't come see me. And I just sit on social media all the time and I look at people I know like going out to bars and doing all this stuff, and I'm like, wow, man, I really feel like I'm missing out on life. If you guys know what that makes sense, right? Like 3-4 years ago, I was a guy who didn't really go out that much. I didn't have a ton of friends, and I spent most of my time inside playing like video games or whatever. And it's only throughout these 3 or 4 years that I realized how important it is to, you know, be around people and do real things instead of sitting on your ass and playing video games all day. And now, because all I can do is sit around and play video games all day, I'm like, I feel like life's slipping through my fingers, if that makes sense, right? It feels so awful. And I'm sure that a lot of you guys who are watching this video who are also a young person who used to have a, you know, a pretty decent social life before all of this, you're feeling abysmal right now. And I'm looking around and all these people going out and doing stuff, and I'm like, wow, man, I feel like a loser. Even though I'm being safe and I'm doing the right thing, I feel like a loser. I feel like I have no friends or something, which I know is not the case. But just because I'm sitting inside all day, it feels awful. It feels like I have no life. It sucks so much. So yeah, if any of you guys, you know, facing similar things right now, we're gonna pull through it. You know, activate your epic incel skills of sitting inside all day. I used to have those skills, just sitting inside all day, playing video games. I was okay with it. I don't know how I was okay with it, but I really gotta go back to my old ways. Just be okay with having no life. But it's so fucking hard, man. Especially now since I actually started traveling, and this is like the perfect time to travel, and oh my god, it feels so awful. Fuck you coronavirus. So yeah, guys, as a conclusion to this video, all I have to say is that we're all doomed. Russians are idiots, and all the people that are hanging out I see on my Instagram stories, fuck you guys. I want to be just like you, but I'm not going to, because I'm a responsible adult who understands the whole extent of this thing. And Bald's coronavirus definitely has changed my outlook for me to be even more cautious about it. It's real. It's really happening. We should fucking stay home, do your best, do not spread the virus to other people, and be a good person. Anyways, guys, yeah, that is going to be pretty much it for today's video. Just wanted to ramble a little bit and kind of pour out my feelings out there, you know. I hope you guys did find this video entertaining or interesting in some way. This video is just like therapy for me. That's really all it is. I just can't really afford a therapist, so I have this YouTube channel instead. Anyways, guys, once again, if you guys like this video, please make sure to slap the like on it as well, guys. If you want to support my channel, make sure to go over to the link down in the description and support my Patreon, and I would gladly appreciate it, you guys. Once again, thank you guys so much for watching today's video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.